Good morning and welcome to T-Hub Capital, the Investors Lounge, the podcast where we explore financial market dynamics, emerging trends, and the insights that shape successful investments. Each week, we'll delve into the strategies and analyses that drive our investment decisions. You'll get an insider's perspective on the factors influencing markets and the potential winners and losers of tomorrow. Subscribe to the podcast to stay ahead of the curve and make informed investment choices. Enjoy listening.
TIL008, week in markets. European markets close mixed amid earnings jitters and Fed outlook. AI adoption skyrockets in alternative fund management for risk and compliance. Welcome to T-Hub Capital's The Investors Lounge weekly newsletter. Today's date is May 6th. Let's dive into the week's stock market news. European markets close mixed amid earnings jitters and Fed outlook. The Pan-European Stocks Europe 600 index retreated by 0.48% in local currency terms, reflecting investor caution with regards to mixed corporate earnings reports and uncertainty surrounding central bank interest rate policies post-June. Major indexes mirrored the hesitant sentiment. Germany's DAX fell 0.88%. France's CAC 40 index was down 1.62%, and Italy's FTSE MIB decreased by 1.81%. The UK's FTSE 100 was an outlier, gaining 0.90% to reach a new high, buoyed by robust mining and energy stocks. Bonds in focus. Eurozone data surprises. European government bond yields broadly declined as policymakers countered concerns about potential further rate hikes. Germany's 10-year yield trended towards 2.5%, with a similar easing in the UK's 10-year yield. In a positive surprise, Eurozone gross domestic product expanded 0.3% in Q1, rebounding from a 0.1% contraction in Q4 2023. The Q4 figure was revised downwards, solidifying a technical recession during the latter half of last year, though annual consumer price growth remained at 2.4%. Core inflation, excluding energy and food, moderated to 2.7% from 2.9%. Central bank signals. The data encouraged François Villeroy-de-Galhau, ECB policymaker and Bank of France governor. He stated the figures support the view that inflation should return to the 2% target next year, and that the ECB could likely start lowering rates in June. UK housing market. Signs of cooling. Mortgage approvals in the UK rose to an 18-month high, with 61,325 in March, from 60,497 in February, supporting the narrative of a recovering housing market. However, nationwide building societies' house price index declined for the second consecutive month in April, 0.4% sequentially, indicating a potential moderation in activity. Norges Bank holds steady. Norway's central bank maintained its key interest rate at 4.50%, noting that higher-than-expected borrowing costs may be held for longer to counteract inflation. Now our insight into alternative markets. AI adoption skyrockets in alternative fund management for risk and compliance. A staggering 92% of alternative fund managers, including private equity and hedge funds, have integrated artificial intelligence, AI, into their risk and compliance procedures. This transformative shift is revealed in a new study by regulation and compliance specialist O'Corian. The study, involving senior executives at alternative fund management firms overseeing $132.25 billion in assets, uncovered a rapid AI adoption timeline. Out of the firms already using AI, 11% implemented it over 2 years ago, while a majority of 55% began using AI within the last 2 years. Another 24% adopted AI within the past year. Remarkably, 71% of firms without AI plan to start using it for risk and compliance within the next 6 months. Alternative fund managers see AI as particularly valuable in several key areas, with transaction monitoring being the top priority at 28%. This is followed by staff filings, 21%, internal capital and liquidity monitoring, 20%, communications monitoring, 19%, and financial promotions, 13%. AI can analyze massive data sets to aid alternative fund managers in achieving regulatory compliance, understanding market trends, assessing portfolio risks, and flagging potential issues, observed Hilton Gaudrian, head of systems, regulatory and compliance at Ocorian. AI can also streamline the due diligence process.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Hub Capital, the Investors Lounge podcast. I hope you found this content interesting and inspiring. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss a single episode, and share it with your friends and colleagues who might be interested. To learn more about T-Hub Capital and our activities, visit our website, thubcapital.com. You can also follow us on our LinkedIn page. See you soon. All the best from the T-Hub Capital team.